Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون.
The time of their account has approached for the people, while they are in heedlessness turning away.
ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون.
No mention comes to them anew from their Lord, except that they listen to it while they are at play.
لاهية قلوبهم وأسروا النجوى الذين ظلموا هل هذا إلا بشر مثلكم أفتأتون السحر وأنتم تبصرون.
With their hearts distracted. And those who do wrong conceal their private conversation, saying, "Is this prophet except a human being like you? So would you approach magic while you are aware of it?"
قال ربي يعلم القول في السماء والأرض وهو السميع العليم.
The prophet said, "My Lord knows whatever is said throughout the heaven and earth, and He is the hearing, the knowing."
بل قالوا أضغاث أحلام بل افتراه بل هو شاعر فليأتنا بآية كما أرسل الأولون.
But they say, "The revelation is but a mixture of false dreams. Rather, he has invented it. Rather, he is a poet. So let him bring us a sign, just as the previous messengers were sent with miracles."
ما آمنت قبلهم من قرية أهلكناها أفهم يؤمنون.
Not a single city which we destroyed believed before them. So will they believe?
وما أرسلنا قبلك إلا رجالا نوحي إليهم فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون.
And we sent not before you, O Muhammad, except men to whom we revealed the message. So ask the people of the message if you do not know.
وما جعلناهم جسدا لا يأكلون الطعام وما كانوا خالدين.
And we did not make the prophets forms not eating food, nor were they immortal on earth.
ثم صدقناهم الوعد فأنجيناهم ومن نشاء وأهلكنا المسرفين.
Then we fulfilled for them the promise, and we saved them and whom we willed and destroyed the transgressors.
لقد أنزلنا إليكم كتابا فيه ذكركم أفلا تعقلون.
We have certainly sent down to you a book in which is your mention. Then will you not reason?
وكم قصمنا من قرية كانت ظالمة وأنشأنا بعدها قوما آخرين.
And how many a city which was unjust have we shattered and produced after it another people?
فلما أحسوا بأسنا إذا هم منها يركضون.
And when its inhabitants perceived our punishment, at once they fled from it.
لا تركضوا وارجعوا إلى ما أترفتم فيه ومساكنكم لعلكم تسألون.
Some angels said, "Do not flee, but return to where you were given luxury and to your homes. Perhaps you will be questioned."
قالوا يا ويلنا إنا كنا ظالمين.
They said, "Oh, woe to us! Indeed, we were wrongdoers."
فما زالت تلك دعواهم حتى جعلناهم حصيدا خامدين.
And that declaration of theirs did not cease until we made them as a harvest mowed down, extinguished like a fire.
وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما لاعبين.
And we did not create the heaven and earth and that between them in play.
لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا إن كنا فاعلين.
Had we intended to take a diversion, we could have taken it from what is with us, if indeed we were to do so.
بل نقذف بالحق على الباطل فيدمغه فإذا هو زاهق ولكم الويل مما تصفون.
Rather, we dash the truth upon falsehood, and it destroys it, and thereupon it departs. And for you is destruction from that which you describe.
وله من في السماوات والأرض ومن عنده لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ولا يستحسرون.
To him belongs whoever is in the heavens and the earth, and those near him are not prevented by arrogance from his worship, nor do they tire.
يسبحون الليل والنهار لا يفترون.
They exalt him night and day and do not slacken.
أم اتخذوا آلهة من الأرض هم ينشرون.
Or have men taken for themselves gods from the earth who resurrect the dead?
لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا فسبحان الله رب العرش عما يصفون.
Had there been within the heavens and earth gods besides Allah, they both would have been ruined. So exalted is Allah, Lord of the throne, above what they describe.
لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون.
He is not questioned about what he does, but they will be questioned.
أم اتخذوا من دونه آلهة قل هاتوا برهانكم هذا ذكر من معي وذكر من قبلي بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون الحق فهم معرضون.
Or have they taken gods besides him? Say, O Muhammad, produce your proof. This Quran is the message for those with me and the message of those before me. But most of them do not know the truth, so they are turning away.
وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول إلا نوحي إليه أنه لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدون.
And we sent not before you any messenger except that we revealed to him that there is no deity except me, so worship me.
وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا سبحانه بل عباد مكرمون.
And they say, the Most Merciful has taken a son. Exalted is he. Rather, they are but honored servants.
لا يسبقونه بالقول وهم بأمره يعملون.
They cannot precede him in word, and they act by his command.
يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يشفعون إلا لمن ارتضى وهم من خشيته مشفقون.
He knows what is presently before them and what will be after them, and they cannot intercede except on behalf of one whom He approves. And they, from fear of Him, are apprehensive.
ومن يقل منهم إني إله من دونه فذلك نجزيه جهنم كذلك نجزي الظالمين.
And whoever of them should say, Indeed, I am a God besides Him, that one we would recompense with hell. Thus do we recompense the wrongdoers.
أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Then will they not believe?
وجعلنا في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بهم وجعلنا فيها فجاجا سبلا لعلهم يهتدون.
And we placed within the earth firmly set mountains, lest it should shift with them, and we made therein mountain passes as roads that they might be guided.
وجعلنا السماء سقفا محفوظا وهم عن آياتها معرضون.
And we made the sky a protected ceiling, but they from its signs are turning away.
وهو الذي خلق الليل والنهار والشمس والقمر كل في فلك يسبحون.
And it is He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. All heavenly bodies in an orbit are swimming.
وما جعلنا لبشر من قبلك الخلد أفإن مت فهم الخالدون.
And we did not grant to any man before you eternity on earth. So if you die, would they be eternal?
كل نفس ذائقة الموت ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإلينا ترجعون.
Every soul will taste death, and we test you with evil and with good as trial, and to us you will be returned.
وإذا رآك الذين كفروا إن يتخذونك إلا هزوا أهذا الذي يذكر آلهتكم وهم بذكر الرحمن هم كافرون.
And when those who disbelieve see you, O Muhammad, they take you not except in ridicule, saying, Is this the one who insults your gods? And they are, at the mention of the Most Merciful, disbelievers.
خلق الإنسان من عجل سأريكم آياتي فلا تستعجلون.
Man was created of haste. I will show you my signs, so do not impatiently urge me.
ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين.
And they say, When is this promise, if you should be truthful?
لو يعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار ولا عن ظهورهم لو يعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار ولا عن ظهورهم ولا هم ينصرون.
If those who disbelieved but knew the time when they will not avert the fire from their faces or from their backs and they will not be aided.
بل تأتيهم بغتة فتبهتهم فلا يستطيعون ردها ولا هم ينظرون.
Rather, it will come to them unexpectedly and bewilder them, and they will not be able to repel it, nor will they be reprieved.
وَلَقَدِ اسْتُهْزِئَ بِرُسُلٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَحَاقَ بِالَّذِينَ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُم مَّا كَانُوا بِهِ يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ.
And already were messengers ridiculed before you, but those who mocked them were enveloped by what they used to ridicule.
قُلْ مَن يَكْلَؤُكُم بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ مِنَ الرَّحْمَنِ بَلْ هُمْ عَن ذِكْرِ رَبِّهِم مُّعْرِضُونَ.
Say, who can protect you at night or by day from the Most Merciful? But they are, from the remembrance of their Lord, turning away.
أَمْ لَهُمْ آلِهَةٌ تَمْنَعُهُم مِّن دُونِنَا لَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ نَصْرَ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَا هُم مِّنَّا يُصْحَبُونَ.
Or do they have gods to defend them other than us? They are unable even to help themselves, nor can they be protected from us.
بل متعنا هؤلاء وآباءهم حتى طال عليهم العمر أفلا يرون أنا نأتي الأرض ننقصها من أطرافها أفهم الغالبون.
But on the contrary, we have provided good things for these disbelievers and their fathers until life was prolonged for them. Then do they not see that we set upon the land, reducing it from its borders? So it is they who will overcome.
قُلْ إِنَّمَا أُنذِرُكُم بِالْوَحْيِ وَلَا يَسْمَعُ الصُّمُّ الدُّعَاءَ إِذَا مَا يُنذَرُونَ.
Say, I only warn you by revelation, but the deaf do not hear the call when they are warned.
وَلَئِن مَّسَّتْهُمْ نَفْحَةٌ مِّنْ عَذَابِ رَبِّكَ لَيَقُولُنَّ يَا وَيْلَنَا إِنَّا كُنَّا ظَالِمِينَ.
And if as much as a whiff of the punishment of your Lord should touch them, they would surely say, "Oh, woe to us! Indeed, we have been wrongdoers."
وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وَإِن كَانَ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرْدَلٍ أَتَيْنَا بِهَا وَكَفَى بِنَا حَاسِبِينَ.
And we place the scales of justice for the day of resurrection, so no soul will be treated unjustly at all. And if there is even the weight of a mustard seed, we will bring it forth, and sufficient are we as accountant.
وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا مُوسَى وَهَارُونَ الْفُرْقَانَ وَضِيَاءً وَذِكْرًا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ.
And we had already given Moses and Aaron the criterion and a light and a reminder for the righteous.
الَّذِينَ يَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُم بِالْغَيْبِ وَهُم مِّنَ السَّاعَةِ مُشْفِقُونَ.
Who fear their Lord unseen, while they are of the hour apprehensive.
وَهَذَا ذِكْرٌ مُبَارَكٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ أَفَأَنْتُمْ لَهُ مُنْكِرُونَ.
And this Quran is a blessed message which we have sent down. Then are you with it unacquainted?
وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَكُنَّا بِهِ عَالِمِينَ.
And we had certainly given Abraham his sound judgment before, and we were of him well knowing.
إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَا هَذِهِ التَّمَاثِيلُ الَّتِي أَنْتُمْ لَهَا عَاكِفُونَ.
When he said to his father and his people, "What are these statues to which you are devoted?"
قَالُوا وَجَدْنَا آبَاءَنَا لَهَا عَابِدِينَ.
They said, "We found our fathers worshippers of them."
قال لقد كنتم أنتم وآباؤكم في ضلال مبين.
He said, "You were certainly, you and your fathers, in manifest error."
قالوا أجئتنا بالحق أم أنت من اللاعبين.
They said, "Have you come to us with truth, or are you of those who jest?"
قال بل ربكم رب السماوات والأرض الذي فطرهن وأنا على ذلكم من الشاهدين.
He said, "No, rather your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth who created them, and I, to that, am of those who testify."
وتالله لأكيدن أصنامكم بعد أن تولوا مدبرين.
And I swear by Allah, I will surely plan against your idols after you have turned and gone away.
فجعلهم جذاذا إلا كبيرا لهم لعلهم إليه يرجعون.
So he made them into fragments, except a large one among them, that they might return to it and question.
قالوا من فعل هذا بآلهتنا إنه لمن الظالمين.
They said, "Who has done this to our gods? Indeed, he is of the wrongdoers."
قالوا سمعنا فتى يذكرهم يقال له إبراهيم.
They said, "We heard a young man mention them who is called Abraham."
قالوا فأتوا به على أعين الناس لعلهم يشهدون.
They said, "Then bring him before the eyes of the people that they may testify."
قالوا أأنت فعلت هذا بآلهتنا يا إبراهيم.
They said, "Have you done this to our gods, O Abraham?"
قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم إن كانوا ينطقون.
He said, "Rather this, the largest of them did it. So ask them if they should be able to speak."
فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم فقالوا إنكم أنتم الظالمون.
So they returned to blaming themselves and said to each other, "Indeed, you are the wrongdoers."
ثم نكسوا على رؤوسهم لقد علمت ما هؤلاء ينطقون.
Then they reversed themselves, saying, "You have already known that these do not speak."
قال أفتعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعكم شيئا ولا يضركم.
He said, "Then do you worship instead of Allah that which does not benefit you at all or harm you?"
أف لكم ولما تعبدون من دون الله أفلا تعقلون.
Uff to you and to what you worship instead of Allah. Then will you not use reason?
قالوا حرقوه وانصروا آلهتكم إن كنتم فاعلين.
They said, burn him and support your gods if you are to act.
قلنا يا نار كوني بردا وسلاما على إبراهيم.
Allah said, O fire, be coolness and safety upon Abraham.
وأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأخسرين.
And they intended for him harm, but we made them the greatest losers.
ونجيناه ولوطا إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها للعالمين.
And we delivered him and Lot to the land which we had blessed for the worlds.
ووهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب نافلة وكلا جعلنا صالحين.
And we gave him Isaac and Jacob in addition, and all of them we made righteous.
وجعلناهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا وأوحينا إليهم فعل الخيرات وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة وكانوا لنا عابدين.
And we made them leaders guiding by our command. And we inspired to them the doing of good deeds, establishment of prayer and giving of zakah. And they were worshippers of us.
وَلُوطًا آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْقَرْيَةِ الَّتِي كَانَتْ تَعْمَلُ الْخَبَائِثَ إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمَ سَوْءٍ فَاسِقِينَ.
And to Lot we gave judgment and knowledge, and we saved him from the city that was committing wicked deeds. Indeed, they were a people of evil, defiantly disobedient.
وَأَدْخَلْنَاهُ فِي رَحْمَتِنَا إِنَّهُ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ.
And we admitted him into our mercy. Indeed, he was of the righteous.
ونوحا إذ نادى من قبل فاستجبنا له فنجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
And mention Noah when he called to Allah before that time. So we responded to him and saved him and his family from the great flood.
ونصرناه من القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا إنهم كانوا قوم سوء فأغرقناهم أجمعين.
And we saved him from the people who denied our signs. Indeed, they were a people of evil, so we drowned them all together.
وداود وسليمان إذ يحكمان في الحرث إذ نفشت فيه غنم القوم وكنا لحكمهم شاهدين.
And mention David and Solomon when they judged concerning the field, when the sheep of a people overran it at night, and we were witness to their judgment.
ففهمناها سليمان وكلا آتينا حكما وعلما وسخرنا مع داود الجبال يسبحن والطير وكنا فاعلين.
And we gave understanding of the case to Solomon, and to each of them we gave judgment and knowledge. And we subjected the mountains to exalt us, along with David and also the birds. And we were doing that.
وعلمناه صنعة لبوس لكم لتحصنكم من بأسكم فهل أنتم شاكرون.
And we taught him the fashioning of coats of armor to protect you from your enemy in battle. So will you then be grateful?
ولسليمان الريح عاصفة تجري بأمره إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها وكنا بكل شيء عالمين.
And to Solomon we subjected the wind, blowing forcefully, proceeding by his command toward the land which we had blessed. And we are ever, of all things, knowing.
ومن الشياطين من يغوصون له ويعملون عملا دون ذلك وكنا لهم حافظين.
And of the devils were those who dived for him and did work other than that, and we were of them a guardian.
وأيوب إذ نادى ربه أني مسني الضر وأنت أرحم الراحمين.
And mention Job when he called to his Lord, "Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful."
فاستجبنا له فكشفنا ما به من ضر وآتيناه أهله ومثلهم معهم رحمة من عندنا وذكرى للعابدين.
So we responded to him and removed what afflicted him of adversity. And we gave him back his family and the like thereof with them, as mercy from us, and a reminder for the worshippers of Allah.
وإسماعيل وإدريس وذا الكفل كل من الصابرين.
And mention Ishmael and Idris and Dhul Kifl, all were of the patient.
وأدخلناهم في رحمتنا إنهم من الصالحين.
And we admitted them into our mercy. Indeed, they were of the righteous.
وذا النون إذ ذهب مغاضبا فظن أن لن نقدر عليه فنادى في الظلمات أن لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين.
And mention the man of the fish when he went off in anger and thought that we would not decree anything upon him. And he called out within the darkness, "There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers."
فاستجبنا له ونجيناه من الغم وكذلك ننجي المؤمنين.
So we responded to him and saved him from the distress, and thus do we save the believers.
وزكريا إذ نادى ربه رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين.
And mention Zechariah when he called to his Lord, "My Lord, do not leave me alone with no heir, while you are the best of inheritors."
فاستجبنا له ووهبنا له يحيى وأصلحنا له زوجه إنهم كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات ويدعوننا رغبا ورهبا وكانوا لنا خاشعين.
So we responded to him, and we gave to him John, and amended for him his wife. Indeed, they used to hasten to good deeds and supplicate us in hope and fear, and they were to us humbly submissive.
والتي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها آية للعالمين.
And mention the one who guarded her chastity. So we blew into her garment through our angel Gabriel, and we made her and her son a sign for the worlds.
إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون.
Indeed, this, your religion, is one religion, and I am your Lord, so worship me.
وتقطعوا أمرهم بينهم كل إلينا راجعون.
And yet they divided their affair among themselves, but all to us will return.
فمن يعمل من الصالحات وهو مؤمن فلا كفران لسعيه وإنا له كاتبون.
So whoever does righteous deeds while he is a believer, no denial will there be for his effort, and indeed we of it are recorders.
وحرام على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون.
And there is prohibition upon the people of a city which we have destroyed, that they will ever return.
حتى إذا فتحت يأجوج ومأجوج وهم من كل حدب ينسلون.
Until when the dam of Gog and Magog has been opened and they from every elevation descend.
واقترب الوعد الحق فإذا هي شاخصة أبصار الذين كفروا يا ويلنا قد كنا في غفلة من هذا بل كنا ظالمين.
And when the true promise has approached, then suddenly the eyes of those who disbelieved will be staring in horror while they say, "Oh woe to us! We had been unmindful of this. Rather, we were wrongdoers."
إنكم وما تعبدون من دون الله حصب جهنم أنتم لها واردون.
Indeed, you disbelievers and what you worship other than Allah are the firewood of hell. You will be coming to enter it.
لو كان هؤلاء آلهة ما وردوها وكل فيها خالدون.
Had these false deities been actual gods, they would not have come to it, but all are eternal therein.
لهم فيها زفير وهم فيها لا يسمعون.
For them therein is heavy sighing, and they therein will not hear.
إن الذين سبقت لهم منا الحسنى أولئك عنها مبعدون.
Indeed, those for whom the best reward has proceeded from us, they are from it far removed.
لا يسمعون حسيسها وهم فيما اشتهت أنفسهم خالدون.
They will not hear its sound while they are in that which their souls desire, abiding eternally.
لا يحزنهم الفزع الأكبر وتتلقاهم الملائكة هذا يومكم الذي كنتم توعدون.
They will not be grieved by the greatest terror, and the angels will meet them saying, "This is your day which you have been promised."
يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين.
The day when we will fold the heaven like the folding of a written sheet for the records. As we began the first creation, we will repeat it. That is a promise binding upon us. Indeed, we will do it.
وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزَّبُورِ مِن بَعْدِ الذِّكْرِ أَنَّ الْأَرْضَ يَرِثُهَا عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ.
And we have already written in the book of Psalms after the previous mention that the land of paradise is inherited by my righteous servants.
إِنَّ فِي هَذَا لَبَلَاغًا لِقَوْمٍ عَابِدِينَ.
Indeed, in this Quran is notification for a worshipping people.
وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ.
And we have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds.
قُلْ إِنَّمَا يُوحَى إِلَيَّ أَنَّمَا إِلَٰهُكُمْ إِلَٰهٌ واحد فهل أنتم مسلمون.
Say, it is only revealed to me that your God is but one God. So will you be Muslims in submission to Him?
فإن تولوا فقل آذنتكم على سواء وإن أدري أقريب أم بعيد ما توعدون.
But if they turn away, then say, I have announced to all of you equally, and I know not whether near or far is that which you are promised.
إنه يعلم الجهر من القول ويعلم ما تكتمون.
Indeed, He knows what is declared of speech, and He knows what you conceal.
وإن أدري لعله فتنة لكم ومتاع إلى حين.
And I know not. Perhaps it is a trial for you and enjoyment for a time.
قال رب احكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن المستعان على ما تصفون.
The Prophet has said, My Lord, judge between us in truth, and our Lord is the most merciful, the one whose help is sought against that which you describe.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم.
O mankind, fear your Lord. Indeed, the convulsion of the final hour is a terrible thing.
يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد.
On the day you see it, every nursing mother will be distracted from that child she was nursing, and every pregnant woman will abort her pregnancy. And you will see the people appearing intoxicated while they are not intoxicated. But the punishment of Allah is severe.
وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يُجَادِلُ فِي اللَّهِ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ وَيَتَّبِعُ كُلَّ شَيْطَانٍ مَرِيدٍ.
And of the people is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge and follows every rebellious devil.
كتب عليه أنه من تولاه فأنه يضله ويهديه إلى عذاب السعير.
It has been decreed for every devil that whoever turns to him, he will misguide him and will lead him to the punishment of the blaze.
يا أيها الناس إن كنتم في ريب من البعث فإنا خلقناكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم من مضغة مخلقة وغير مخلقة لنبين لكم ونقر في الأرحام ما نشاء إلى أجل مسمى ثم نخرجكم طفلا ثم لتبلغوا أشدكم ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يرد إلى أرذل العمر لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا وترى الأرض هامدة فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت وربت وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج.
O people, if you should be in doubt about the resurrection, then consider that indeed we created you from dust, then from a sperm drop, then from a clinging clot, and then from a lump of flesh, formed and unformed, that we may show you. And we settle in the wombs whom we will for a specified term. Then we bring you out as a child, and then we develop you that you may reach your time of maturity. And among you is he who is taken an early death, and among you is he who is returned to the most decrepit old age, so that he knows, after once having knowledge, nothing. And you see the earth barren, and when we send down upon it rain, it quivers and swells and grows something of every beautiful kind.
ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأنه يحيي الموتى وأنه على كل شيء قدير.
That is because Allah is the truth, and because He gives life to the dead, and because He is over all things competent.
وأن الساعة آتية لا ريب فيها وأن الله يبعث من في القبور.
And that they may know that the hour is coming, no doubt about it, and that Allah will resurrect those in the graves.
ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير علم ولا هدى ولا كتاب منير.
And of the people is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge or guidance or an enlightening book from Him.
ثاني عطفه ليضل عن سبيل الله له في الدنيا خزي ونذيقه يوم القيامة عذاب الحريق.
Twisting his neck in arrogance to mislead people from the way of Allah. For him in the world is disgrace, and we will make him taste on the day of resurrection the punishment of the burning fire, while it is said,
ذلك بما قدمت يداك وأن الله ليس بظلام للعبيد.
That is for what your hands have put forth, and because Allah is not ever unjust to His servants.
ومن الناس من يعبد الله على حرف فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به وإن أصابته فتنة انقلب على وجهه خسر الدنيا والآخرة ذلك هو الخسران المبين.
And of the people is he who worships Allah on an edge. If he is touched by good, he is reassured by it. But if he is struck by trial, he turns on his face to the other direction. He has lost this world and the hereafter. That is what is the manifest loss.
يدعو من دون الله ما لا يضره وما لا ينفعه ذلك هو الضلال البعيد.
He invokes instead of Allah that which neither harms him nor benefits him. That is what is the extreme error.
يدعو لمن ضره أقرب من نفعه لبئس المولى ولبئس العشير.
He invokes one whose harm is closer than his benefit. How wretched the protector and how wretched the associate.
إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار إن الله يفعل ما يريد.
Indeed, Allah will admit those who believe and do righteous deeds to gardens beneath which rivers flow. Indeed, Allah does what He intends.
من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله في الدنيا والآخرة فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما يغيظ.
Whoever should think that Allah will not support Prophet Muhammad in this world and the hereafter, let him extend a rope to the ceiling, then cut off his breath and let him see. Will his effort remove that which enrages him?
وكذلك أنزلناه آيات بينات وأن الله يهدي من يريد.
And thus have we sent the Quran down as verses of clear evidence, and because Allah guides whom He intends.
إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئين والنصارى والمجوس والذين أشركوا إن الله يفصل بينهم يوم القيامة إن الله على كل شيء شهيد.
Indeed, those who have believed, and those who were Jews, and the Sabians, and the Christians, and the Magians, and those who associated with Allah, Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Indeed, Allah is, over all things, witness.
ألم تر أن الله يسجد له من في السماوات ومن في الأرض والشمس والقمر والنجوم والجبال والشجر والدواب وكثير حق عليه العذاب ومن يهن الله فما له من المكرم إن الله يفعل ما يشاء.
Do you not see that to Allah prostrates whoever is in the heavens and whoever is on the earth, and the sun, the moon, the stars, the mountains, the trees, the moving creatures, and many of the people? But upon many the punishment has been justified. And he whom Allah humiliates, for him there is no bestower of honor. Indeed, Allah does what He wills.
هذان خصمان اختصموا في ربهم فالذين كفروا قطعت لهم ثياب من نار يصب من فوق رؤوسهم الحميم.
These are two adversaries who have disputed over their Lord. But those who disbelieved will have cut out for them garments of fire. Poured upon their heads will be scalding water.
يصهر به ما في بطونهم والجلود.
By which is melted that within their bellies and their skins.
ولهم مقامع من حديد.
And for striking them are maces of iron.
كلما أرادوا أن يخرجوا منها من غم أعيدوا فيها وذوقوا عذاب الحريق.
Every time they want to get out of hellfire from anguish, they will be returned to it, and it will be said, taste the punishment of the burning fire.
إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار يحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ولؤلؤا ولباسهم فيها حرير.
Indeed, Allah will admit those who believe and do righteous deeds to gardens beneath which rivers flow. They will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold and pearl, and their garments therein will be silk.
وهدوا إلى الطيب من القول وهدوا إلى صراط الحميد.
And they had been guided in worldly life to good speech, and they were guided to the path of the praiseworthy.
إن الذين كفروا ويصدون عن سبيل الله والمسجد الحرام الذي جعلناه للناس سواء العاكف فيه والباد ومن يرد فيه بإلحاد بظلم نذقه من عذاب أليم.
Indeed, those who have disbelieved and avert people from the way of Allah and from Al-Masjid Al-Haram, which we made for the people, equal are the resident therein and one from outside. And also whoever intends a deed therein of deviation in religion or wrongdoing, we will make him taste of a painful punishment.
وَإِذْ بَوَّأْنَا لِإِبْرَاهِيمَ مَكَانَ الْبَيْتِ أَلَّا تُشْرِكْ بِي شَيْئًا وَطَهِّرْ بَيْتِيَ لِلطَّائِفِينَ وَالْقَائِمِينَ وَالرُّكَّعِ السُّجُودِ.
And mention, O Muhammad, when we designated for Abraham the site of the house, saying, do not associate anything with me, and purify my house for those who perform dawah, and those who stand in prayer, and those who bow and prostrate,
وأذن في الناس بالحج يأتوك رجالا وعلى كل ضامر يأتين من كل فج عميق.
And proclaim to the people the Hajj. They will come to you on foot and on every lean camel. They will come from every distant pass.
ليشهدوا منافع لهم ويذكروا اسم الله في أيام معلومات على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام فكلوا منها وأطعموا البائس الفقير.
That they may witness benefits for themselves and mention the name of Allah on known days over what He has provided for them of sacrificial animals. So eat of them and feed the miserable and poor.
ثم ليقضوا تفثهم وليوفوا نذورهم وليطوفوا بالبيت العتيق.
Then let them end their untidiness and fulfill their vows and perform dawaf around the ancient house.
ذلك ومن يعظم حرمات الله فهو خير له عند ربه وأحلت لكم الأنعام إلا ما يتلى عليكم فاجتنبوا الرجس من الأوثان واجتنبوا قول الزور.
That has been commanded, and whoever honors the sacred ordinances of Allah, it is best for him in the sight of his Lord. And permitted to you are the grazing livestock, except what is recited to you. So avoid the uncleanliness of idols and avoid false statement.
حنفاء لله غير مشركين به ومن يشرك بالله فكأنما خر من السماء فتخطفه الطير أو تهوي به الريح في مكان سحيق.
Inclining only to Allah, not associating anything with Him. And he who associates with Allah, it is as though he had fallen from the sky and was snatched by the birds, or the wind carried him down into a remote place.
ذلك ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب.
That is so, and whoever honors the symbols of Allah, indeed, it is from the piety of hearts.
لكم فيها منافع إلى أجل مسمى ثم محلها إلى البيت العتيق.
For you, the animals marked for sacrifice are benefits for a specified term. Then their place of sacrifice is at the ancient house.
ولكل أمة جعلنا منسكا ليذكروا اسم الله على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام فإلهكم إله واحد فله أسلموا وبشر المخبتين.
And for all religion we have appointed a rite of sacrifice, that they may mention the name of Allah over what He has provided for them of sacrificial animals. For your God is one God, so to Him submit. And O Muhammad, give good tidings to the humble before their Lord.
الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم والصابرين على ما أعصابهم والمقيم الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Who, when Allah is mentioned, their hearts are fearful, and to the patient over what has afflicted them, and the establishers of prayer, and those who spend from what we have provided them.
وَالْبُدْنَ جَعَلْنَاهَا لَكُم مِّن شَعَائِرِ اللَّهِ لَكُمْ فِيهَا خَيْرٌ فاذكروا اسم الله عليها صواف فإذا وجبت جنوبها فكلوا منها وأطعموا القانع والمعتر كذلك سخرناها لكم لعلكم تشكرون.
And the camels and cattle we have appointed for you as among the symbols of Allah. For you therein is good. So mention the name of Allah upon them when lined up for sacrifice. And when they are lifeless on their sides, then eat from them and feed the needy and the beggar. Thus have we subjected them to you that you may be grateful.
لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم كذلك سخرها لكم لتكبروا الله على ما هداكم وبشر المحسنين.
Their meat will not reach Allah, nor will their blood, but what reaches him is piety from you. Thus have we subjected them to you, that you may glorify Allah for that to which He has guided you, and give good tidings to the doers of good.
إن الله يدافع عن الذين آمنوا إن الله لا يحب كل خوان كفور.
Indeed, Allah defends those who have believed. Indeed, Allah does not like everyone treacherous and ungrateful.
أذن للذين يقاتلون بأنهم ظلموا وإن الله على نصرهم لقدير.
Permission to fight has been given to those who are being fought because they were wronged. And indeed, Allah is competent to give them victory.
الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم بغير حق إلا أن يقولوا ربنا الله ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لهدمت صوامع وبيع وصلوات ومساجد يذكر فيها اسم الله كثيرا ولينصرن الله من ينصره إن الله لقوي عزيز.
They are those who have been evicted from their homes without right, only because they say, Our Lord is Allah. And were it not that Allah checks the people, some by means of others, there would have been demolished monasteries, churches, synagogues and mosques in which the name of Allah is much mentioned. And Allah will surely support those who support Him. Indeed, Allah is powerful and exalted in might.
الذين إن مكناهم في الأرض أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأمروا بالمعروف ونهوا عن المنكر ولله عاقبة الأمور.
And they are those who, if we give them authority in the land, establish prayer and give zakah and enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong. And to Allah belongs the outcome of all matters.
وإن يكذبوك فقد كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح وعاد وثمود.
And if they deny you, O Muhammad, so before them did the people of Noah and Ad and Thamud deny their prophets.
وقوم إبراهيم وقوم لوط
And the people of Abraham and the people of Lot.
وأصحاب مدين وكذب موسى فأمليت للكافرين ثم أخذتهم فكيف كان نكير.
And the inhabitants of Madian. And Moses was denied, so I prolonged enjoyment for the disbelievers. Then I seized them, and how terrible was my reproach.
فكأي من قرية أهلكناها وهي ظالمة فهي خاوية على عروشها وبئر معطلة وقصر مشيد.
And how many a city did we destroy while it was committing wrong? So it is now fallen into ruin. And how many an abandoned well, and how many a lofty palace.
أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فتكون لهم قلوب يعقلون بها أو آذان يسمعون بها فإنها لا تعمى الأبصار ولكن تعمى القلوب التي في الصدور.
So have they not traveled through the earth and have hearts by which to reason and ears by which to hear? For indeed, it is not eyes that are blinded, but blinded are the hearts which are within the breasts.
وَيَسْتَعْجِلُونَكَ بِالْعَذَابِ وَلَنْ يُخْلِفَ اللَّهُ وَعْدَهُ وَإِنَّ يَوْمًا عِندَ رَبِّكَ كَأَلْفِ سَنَةٍ مِّمَّا تَعُدُّونَ.
And they urge you to hasten the punishment, but Allah will never fail in His promise. And indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of those which you count.
وَكَأَيٍّ مِّن قَرْيَةٍ أَمْلَيْتُ لَهَا وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ ثُمَّ أَخَذْتُهَا وَإِلَيَّ الْمَصِيرُ.
And for how many a city did I prolong enjoyment while it was committing wrong? Then I seized it, and to me is the final destination.
قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ إِنَّمَا أَنَا لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ.
Say, O people, I am only to you a clear warner.
فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم.
And those who have believed and done righteous deeds, for them is forgiveness and noble provision.
والذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين أولئك أصحاب الجحيم.
But the ones who strove against our verses, seeking to cause failure, those are the companions of hellfire.
وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول ولا نبي إلا إذا تمنى ألقى الشيطان في أمنيته فينسخ الله ما يلقي الشيطان ثم يحكم الله آياته والله عليم حكيم.
And we did not send before you any messenger or prophet except that when he spoke or recited, Satan threw into it some misunderstanding. But Allah abolishes that which Satan throws in. Then Allah makes precise His verses, and Allah is knowing and wise.
ليجعل ما يلقي الشيطان فتنة للذين في قلوبهم مرض والقاسية قلوبهم وإن الظالمين لفي شقاق بعيد.
That is so he may make what Satan throws in a trial for those within whose hearts is disease and those hard of heart. And indeed, the wrongdoers are in extreme dissension.
وَلِيَعْلَمَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكَ فَيُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ فَتُخْبِتَ لَهُ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَهَادِي الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ.
And so those who were given knowledge may know that it is the truth from your Lord, and therefore believe in it, and their hearts humbly submit to it. And indeed is Allah the guide of those who have believed to a straight path.
ولا يزال الذين كفروا في مرية منه حتى تأتيهم الساعة بغتة أو يأتيهم عذاب يوم عقيم.
But those who disbelieve will not cease to be in doubt of it until the hour comes upon them unexpectedly, or there comes to them the punishment of a barren day.
الملك يومئذ لله يحكم بينهم فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات في جنات النعيم.
All sovereignty that day is for Allah. He will judge between them. So they who believed and did righteous deeds will be in gardens of pleasure.
والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا فأولئك لهم عذاب مهين.
And they who disbelieved and denied our signs, for those there will be a humiliating punishment.
والذين هاجروا في سبيل الله ثم قتلوا أو ماتوا ليرزقنهم الله رزقا حسنا وإن الله لهو خير الرازقين.
And those who emigrated for the cause of Allah and then were killed or died, Allah will surely provide for them a good provision. And indeed, it is Allah who is the best of providers.
لَيُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ مُدْخَلًا يَرْضَوْنَهُ وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَعَلِيمٌ حَلِيمٌ.
He will surely cause them to enter an entrance with which they will be pleased. And indeed, Allah is knowing and forbearing.
ذلك ومن عاقب بمثل ما عوقب به ثم بغي عليه لينصرنه الله إن الله لعفو غفور.
That is so. And whoever responds to injustice with the equivalent of that with which he was harmed and then is tyrannized, Allah will surely aid him. Indeed, Allah is pardoning and forgiving.
ذلك بأن الله يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل وأن الله سميع بصير. بصير.
That is because Allah causes the night to enter the day and causes the day to enter the night, and because Allah is hearing and seeing.
ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأن ما يدعون من دونه هو الباطل وأن ما يدعون من دونه هو الباطل وأن الله هو العلي الكبير.
That is because Allah is the truth, and that which they call upon other than Him is falsehood, and because Allah is the Most High, the Grand.
ألم تر أن الله أنزل من السماء ماء فتصبح الأرض مخضرة إن الله لطيف خبير.
Do you not see that Allah has sent down rain from the sky and the earth becomes green? Indeed, Allah is subtle and acquainted.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن الله لهو الغني الحميد.
To Him belongs what is in the heavens and what is on the earth, and indeed Allah is the free of need, the praiseworthy.
ألم تر أن الله سخر لكم ما في الأرض والفلك تجري في البحر بأمره ويمسك السماء أن تقع على الأرض إلا بإذنه إن الله بالناس لرؤوف رحيم.
Do you not see that Allah has subjected to you whatever is on the earth and the ships which run through the sea by His command? And He restrains the sky from falling upon the earth unless by His permission. Indeed, Allah to the people is kind and merciful.
وهو الذي أحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم إن الإنسان لكفور.
And He is the one who gave you life. Then He causes you to die and then will again give you life. Indeed, mankind is ungrateful.
لكل أمة جعلنا منسكا هم ناسكوه فلا ينازعنك في الأمر وادع إلى ربك إنك لعلى هدى مستقيم.
For every religion we have appointed rites which they perform. So, O Muhammad, let the disbelievers not contend with you over the matter, but invite them to your Lord. Indeed, you are upon straight guidance.
وَإِن جَادَلُوكَ فَقُلِ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ.
And if they dispute with you, then say, Allah is most knowing of what you do.
الله يحكم بينكم يوم القيامة فيما كنتم فيه تختلفون.
Allah will judge between you on the day of resurrection concerning that over which you used to differ.
ألم تعلم أن الله يعلم ما في السماء والأرض إن ذلك في كتاب إن ذلك على الله يسير.
Do you not know that Allah knows what is in the heaven and earth? Indeed, that is in a record. Indeed, that for Allah is easy.
ويعبدون من دون الله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا وما ليس لهم به علم وما للظالمين من نصير.
And they worship besides Allah that for which He has not sent down authority and that of which they have no knowledge. And there will not be for the wrongdoers any helper.
وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ تَعْرِفُ فِي وُجُوهِ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا الْمُنكَرَ يَكَادُونَ يَسْطُونَ بِالَّذِينَ يَتْلُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِنَا قُلْ أَفَأُنَبِّئُكُم بِشَرٍّ مِّن ذَلِكُمْ النار وعدها الله الذين كفروا وبئس المصير.
And when our verses are recited to them as clear evidences, you recognize in the faces of those who disbelieve disapproval. They are almost on the verge of assaulting those who recite to them our verses. Say, then shall I inform you of what is worse than that? It is the fire which Allah has promised those who disbelieve, and wretched is the destination.
يا أيها الناس ضرب مثل فاستمعوا له إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولو اجتمعوا له وإن يسلبهم الذباب شيئا لا يستنقذوه منه ضعف الطالب والمطلوب.
O people, an example is presented, so listen to it. Indeed, those you invoke besides Allah will never create as much as a fly, even if they gathered together for that purpose. And if the fly should steal from them a tiny thing, they could not recover it from him. Weak are the pursuer and pursued.
ما قدر الله حق قدره إن الله لقوي عزيز.
They have not appraised Allah with true appraisal. Indeed, Allah is powerful and exalted in might.
الله يصطفي من الملائكة رسلا ومن الناس إن الله سميع بصير.
Allah chooses from the angels messengers and from the people. Indeed, Allah is hearing and seeing.
يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
He knows what is presently before them and what will be after them, and to Allah will be returned all matters.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون.
O you who have believed, bow and prostrate and worship your Lord and do good, that you may succeed.
وجاهدوا في الله حق جهاده هو اجتباكم وما جعل عليكم في الدين من حرج ملة أبيكم إبراهيم هو سماكم المسلمين من قبل وفي هذا ليكون الرسول شهيدا عليكم وتكونوا شهداء على الناس فأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله هو مولاكم فنعم المولى ونعم النصير.
And strive for Allah with the striving due to Him. He has chosen you and has not placed upon you in the religion any difficulty. It is the religion of your father, Abraham. Allah named you Muslims before in former scriptures, and in this revelation that the Messenger may be a witness over you, and you may be witnesses over the people. So establish prayer and give zakah and hold fast to Allah. He is your protector, and excellent is the protector, and excellent is the helper.